So yesterday's class, let me repeat once what has been happened. So cookie tracking is going on anyway. So the last class was cookie session tracking anyway. There are four techniques in tracking the user in session management. One is cookie, one is HTTP session, one is URL rewriting, one is hidden form fields. I'm trying to explain a cookie to you. The process is going on. So yesterday's diagram was this one. So whenever we executed a program, the first object created is a context. At least today we are using context. Have you observed that? Right. Context is a shared object among servlet and JSP. Remember the point. How many context objects creates means only one context object will be created. When the application deployed, automatically servlet context object is created. After servlet context object creation completed, the control will go to web.xml. Through web.xml, finds one home page, and the home page is displayed here, login.html. I am submitting my username and password here. Whenever I submit my username and password, the data uh, sorry, I'm noting it as request one, post request one. Sir, why it is post request means I used one form tag here where method is equal to post. So it is a post request. Whatever the username password I submitted, the data is available in the request object. Here username password available. This servlet program will take this username password and create one object for login DAO and call this login method and pass this username and password. This login DAO will perform login process. Select star from user reg61 where username is equal to nit.v where pass and password is equal to mju672. If username password is available, one record is available under result set. That is our visual. The result set data we are copying onto your bean object means we are creating bean object and loading the data to bean object. The bean object reference is 0x47. This login method is returning that bean object reference to your servlet. The servlet will check whether bean object is null or some data available. So if it is null, this output will come message.jsp. If it is not null, what servlet is doing now? It is creating one cookie object. It is creating one cookie object. While object creation, it is passing one name and value. For to store some piece of information, it is passing one name and value. I said no. According to real-time scenario, your company, not company, your project managers through project analysis, they'll give a specifications what to keep. Until then, you keep your first name and run it. F name is equal to something. Now, once the cookie object creation completed, this servlet will add that cookie to response. Whenever you are adding the cookie to response, we are using a method known as add cookie. The add cookie method is going to convert your object state into stream and add for the response and send it state, object state. Now, once the response is forwarded to, nothing but forwarded to login.jsp, the background objects will be destroyed here. All objects will be destroyed. But I want to protect this user bean object. I want to protect it. Whenever I want to protect this user bean object, I am keeping this address in the context. I am linking in the context. Whenever you add this address to context, context object will not be destroyed. So that context object holding some reference, that object will not be destroyed. This relation is as a relation indirectly. This address available here. Developer visual. When the response came to the web browser, here one message will come. Welcome user. How this username came means JSP can access this context using one implicit name known as application. Application dot get attribute of ubean. Once the address is available here, through that ubean dot get first name. So I'm displaying the name welcome user. I'm displaying and I'm displaying some next actions, some anchor tags I'm displaying. Anyway, cookie traveled and came now. The cookie is sitting in the web browser. I made a statement to you. Cookie is generated by server program, but stored in web browser to track the user. Now cookie will be sitting here. Once the web browser output is here, our visual, developer visual, in the background of a server, only two objects available, context and bean. Then we are clicking on view profile. Whenever you're clicking on view profile is an anchor tag, href. Form tag is not available. Whenever form tag method is equal to post means post request, remaining all get request only. So the request raised from here is a get request. When the get request raised here, whatever the cookie available here, whatever the cookie available in the browser, it adds. Sir, original cookie added means duplicate copy. Copy is added. So once this copy is added and cookie is coming with the request, every time cookie will travel. Whenever you make a request, the cookie will be traveling with you. So the cookie will come and available in the request object. Sir, why it is available in the request object? Cookie is coming with the request only. Whatever the data come with the request, they'll come and available in the request object. That is a visual. So in the tracking process, what we have to do means show your cookie, I must say. Sometimes your management, suddenly they'll ask your ID cards. No. Daily they may not ask, but sometime when they want to cross check now and then, they'll stop and ask your ID card. Means check whether I want to check the status, whether you are a student of this room or not. Show your ID card, they'll say. The same way, whenever you ask view profile, before showing that profile to you, whether you have been logged in or not, I must know. No. Whether you are a versional user or not, I must know. Because of this reason, view profile servlet will take the cookie inside. How? Get cookies method. REQ dot get cookies method. This REQ dot get cookies method will count how many cookies available in the request. It will count. Suppose 5 are there means it creates one array object reference with size 5. That's the meaning. Suppose here only one cookie is there. A reference created with size 1. I made a statement. This reference will hold one cookie object is going to be holded. So get cookies method will count number of cookies available in the request object and generate one array object reference of size equivalent to number of cookies. That's the meaning actually. Now once array reference created, get cookies method internally logic is there. That is deserialization logic. It will take this cookie and reconstruct as a object. There serialization, here deserialization. So that stream will be converted into complete object form again. Whenever object form came here, the data are available here. This object is added here. This object added here. All of understood this point? All right. This object added here. Now C of 0, this reference added here. Now this is your array form. REQ dot get cookies. C is holding this address. Now cookies are not available means C will be null. C value will be null. So I counted. If I checked, if C equal to null, session expired because cookies are not available. If not expired, what is the logic I written here? See there. Look here. In yesterday's logic here, view profile servlet. Here. If C equal to null means cookies not available. I am adding one attribute to request known as session expired. I am forwarding the control to message.jsp. I am forwarding the control. Leave it. If cookie is not null, what I am doing now? C of 0. C of 0 means one address is there. Dot get value. That value means name is there. No, I'll copy the name into C value. I'll add this to request req dot set attribute with name C value I'm adding. I'm forwarding the control to view profile dot JSP. Now that view profile dot JSP here, view profile dot JSP. This view profile dot JSP, this view profile dot JSP now, see there. Request dot get attribute that value and load it onto C value. Out.println page belongs to C value means the name from cookie over. After that, I have to display the profile no because this view profile.jsp is a response of view profile servlet anyway. So that given permission means I can display. So how I can display get the user bin from the application. Application means a context. I am taking from the context and I'm displaying. After that, two options, edit profile and logout. All of you understood this? Right, okay. Who are core Java students generally? For you, array chapters will be there. This is array, core Java array. Book details BD. This is one reference, no? Right. Here we are giving one n is equal to 5. This reference will hold 5 book details object. This is core Java. Don't practice 1, 2, 3, 4. That is C language. If you practice with primitive, that is C language. You must practice with the non-primitives. That is Java language. So here book details BD means how many now 5. Here address created. This is core Java flower. Core Java array flower. Like this. Few diagrams. We will keep it. This also array form only. array form. Anyway, these are the retrieval process, core Java concept. Here all user defined class objects only there. This is also two-dimensional array. This is versional two-dimension. Many people don't know this. Who are sitting in core Java of my room, you knows. This reference will hold three arrays. Three arrays, objects of size 3 elements. This is versional core Java two-dimension. Rows, columns, C language, 1, 2, that is different. Our visual different and actually. So today I written no get cookies like this. If our visual is there, all address forms only will be there. Object oriented programmer must deal about objects, not values. So why I shown that means who traveled in core Java array, you should understand this array. Cookie C equal to actually new cookie. You must know size coming. But here size I cannot give no, we don't know how many cookies will come. Because they given a method to you to count the number of cookies. That's the concept. In core Java, we'll practice. I showed no book details. Here cookie C equal to new cookie of size I must give. But how many will come, we cannot give it, no, because the other given one method to us. This also method also, they only written and given to us, predefined method. So what this method will do, it counts the number of cookies and give the size. That only. Okay. So finally, this is the output. And here one more point you have to observe it. Sir, cookie came here for view profile servlet. We reconstructed the cookie. We checked it. Checking over, I forwarded. But whenever I'm forwarding, I'm not sending the cookie. Because when the login successful only, I'll add the cookie. Cookie already available in the web browser, the copy will be coming to check you. This cookie will be destroyed. After checking, this will be destroyed. Answer will come. But cookie available in the browser only. Original cookie available here. Okay, right. From here, I'll continue. Okay, this is output came. But in this, I'm not writing edit profile now only. I'll write logout and I'll conclude. Why I'm not writing edit profile means next application I'll write. Session HTTP session is there, no, I'll write it. Logic will be that only, same. Only tracking will be changed. So now, this is the output yesterday. So third cookie diagram, anyway. So whenever we are clicking on third request, already servlet context object available already. 0x1. This servlet context object this servlet context object u bean is equal to 0x47. Sir, here server information is there. Here u bean is equal to 0x47. U bean is equal to 0x47. And this context can be used by JSP by using one implicit name known as application. So bean object already there. This is already available. User bean object available where u name is equal to password is equal to like this. This object is available anyway. After this, sir, yesterday output came, sir. Page belongs to user V and details came now. V M SR Nagar dot details came. And here edit profile came and logout came. Two options available. Two options we given. So this is yesterday's output. Here already cookie is there. Cookie already in the web browser only here. Cookie already available in the web browser. This is yesterday's output. This one. So from here, I'm clicking on logout. I am selecting logout. Selecting logout. Whenever I selected logout, the control will come to logout one URL pattern. So this is logout, SERVLET, logout servlet. This is coming through anchor tag anyway. So this is a get request. Get request 3. With this get request, cookie will be traveling. Cookie will be traveling. For every time the cookie will come, copy. Okay, right. So here one request object and response object. And response. Here cookie came. This cookie came. Same process, no? Right. Get that cookie. If cookie available, you log out. Cookie not available means say that you clicked log out, already your session expired, you can say. Okay, right. So whenever you want to get the cookie, same process like yesterday. I'm going for logout servlet. From where now? View profile.jsp. Here logout means logout. I am constructing view profile, logout servlet. Right click on test, new, one class, logout SERVLET, logout servlet. So import java.io, import jakarta.servlet, import jakarta.servlet.http, import jakarta.servlet.annotation at the rate of web servlet / logout. So here extends from HTTP servlet protected void do post HTTP, not do poster, do get up. Do get. This is because get request. Servlet request REQ HTTP servlet response RES throws servlet exception and IO exception, you had it. And this is override. Here suppress. Already you understood get cookies method already. So cookie C equal to req dot get cookies. If that C equal to null, session expired. Here req dot set attribute message, session expired. Session expired. If the C is not null, you have to log out. Whenever you want to perform logout, one point you have to do here. The point is, sir, whatever the attribute available here, this attribute must be deleted from the context because user is logging out. No, his details must not be there. Any attributes you added to the context, you should remove it. So you must remove that attribute because logout you are doing. Okay, right. Now first you remove that attribute. How you will remove now? You have to access that servlet context. You have to access servlet context set is equal to req dot get servlet context, means accessing that address location here. Then set dot remove attribute. Attribute name is ubeen. Generally anonymous object. Anonymous object, the meaning is the object which is created without name and the object not linked to any other objects. We call it as anonymous. Now, whenever I remove the attribute here, whatever the link available between these two objects, whatever the link, this link is disconnected. Yes or no? Na? When the link is disconnected, this object will become anonymous object. The object not having a name. Object is there, address is there, not linked to other object, name also not available. At least if you link it, your name is there no for you. Name not there, link not there. So now you are anonymous. So now this object will be destroyed automatically under garbage collection. When you are installing Tomcat server, it took your JDK inside or not now? Yes or no? Na? While installation, it will ask your JRE and it will take the path, that link, it will keep it. Whenever it want to do some actions related to like this, Tomcat server will take the support of them and they will do it. So anyway, that object is destroyed because user details must be destroyed. It's a concept. Now, anyway, you brought your cookie inside, no? You brought your cookie inside. The cookie object recreated. That cookie information I must do like this. Here one method will be there. In cookies, I given some methods. Where is the cookie? In your cookie, can you see max age? Set max age means set the age for cookie. Set some age for the cookie. I am using this method. This method I must use from cookie. Right. Here I'll use C of 0 dot set max age. Here max age means expiry date. I am setting an expiry time for cookie. All of you understood now? I am setting an expiry time as 0. 0 milliseconds immediately. Okay, right. After setting this max age 0, I'll add it. Res dot add cookie. I'm adding the cookie to you again. C of 0. I'm giving the cookie back to you. Response means as a code writer, I'm setting one age for that cookie and giving to you. Giving means whom now? Protocol. HTTP protocol will bring the request and take the response and go. While it is taking the response, it takes that cookie information and go. That programmer given one age for it as 0 milliseconds. Now the protocol will come to web browser. There already cookie is there, no? The cookie is marked as 0 milliseconds, means you have been expired. Not deleted, expired. Suppose one medicine is there, expiry date over. What you will do? I never use it, sir. I'll throw it. This class completed. Your ID card expired. Means what? Will throw somewhere or not now? Understood? Same. Cookie expired. What will do? It will be in the web browser only, but invalidated. It will not travel. They'll move to one cache memory. Web browser will have one cache. It moves there and keep it. You are not used productive or not used component, you stay there. That's called cookie invalidation. After doing this work now, then I'll send one message. What is the message now? REQ dot set attribute. I am sending the message. I am also sending a message now. User logged out. User logged. Logged. Logged out successfully. So I am sending one message. If C is equal to null, session expired, or if C is not null, user logged out successfully. Now, in both cases, I am sending the response REQ dot get request dispatcher here message dot JSP dot forward request and response. Who has to give the response? Message dot JSP. It only can print the message or not now, right? Again, it prints the message and again it repeats with login.html. All have understood this code now? So we are making the cookie invalidated by setting a age as 0 milliseconds. Now see there. I'll run the program. Yesterday's program. Run as run on server. Click on finish. Login. So here view profile and logout. Logout came or not now. So edit profile I not done. Edit profile logic I'll reveal through next program. You can add here. So all of you understood up to here? Says or no to me, right? Session track is nothing but we are creating one cookie object and keeping one small information there. Every time whenever you make a request, the cookie will be coming to your server. The server program will take that cookie and check whether cookies are available or not. Cookies are available means the user has been logged in process. If the cookie is not available, you have been not logged out. Maybe your session has been expired. Go and log in and come. It's the meaning. So this is your cookie session track. You had it. So this is again the cookie is added to response. Hope you understood. No need. Okay. This is your program. Only one program I written here today. What is the program I written now? Logout SCRVLET. Yesterday only I want to write this, but some meeting is there, something they said. They arranged some class here. Okay. Anyway, layout. So here edit profile, I not written, but I'll give the way to you how to write edit profile through next program. Okay, right. Meanwhile, how many of you done your assignment I given to you? Raise your hands. How many of you done? Very good. Who done it? This is what now? Bookstore. You are doing or not now? Bookstore, right? In this session track not available, no? Right. I'm going to add a session track to it. Up to here you completed. Online bookstore details. I given some layout. What is the layout I given? Add book, view books, view book by code. Three options. All of you done that three options? Right. From there, what you have to do, I'll give a question to you. You must modify it and come. Okay, right. Now see, under session management, the process of tracking the user in session is known as session management. Through cookie, how you are tracking now. When the login successful, I am creating one cookie object. I'm putting one small name there and I'm adding that cookie to response. The cookie traveling through response and storing in the web browser. From there onwards, whenever I make a request from the same web browser, the cookie will be traveling back to track it. Whenever the cookie available, I'll give a permission. Cookie not available, I'll send the control to login again. That concept. Now cookie has a drawback. The drawback is nothing but cookie will be going and traveling and sitting on the web browser. If any settings changed on the web browser, cookie related projects will not work. Because if you check the cookie, your cookie, can you see this is web browser only? No. Anyway, in this web browser, here, where is this settings will be there? Can you see settings here? Right. In these settings, can you see security? Can you see here security? Here you can see cookies will be there. Can you see cookies? So all what are unused cookies will be there here. Clear history means your browser history will be cleared. Any cookies, any temporary memories and more, you can clear it out generally. Like this, if you make any changes in the web browser, sometimes the project will not work. That's the drawback of cookie. To overcome that only, they given another option known as HTTP session. Make it star mark IMP. Right. If you have a time, generally I'm giving a code to you. Hope you are copy paste and running. I think. Aisa no na. You are copying my code and running. Right. So if possible, type it and run. Don't copy it and run because you understood the flavor. Retype that flavor and come. When the error is coming, then you can cross check my notes and do. Like this, if you do, some idea will come. Copy paste, that is not practical, no? That is only, you are becoming a master in copy paste only. Right. So if you can retype and without errors, if you can type, you can learn something. So HTTP session. Because next object target that only. One minute. I will save this. You got one idea on the cookie. Yes or no? Na? Moreover, you added attribute to context also. Already you added attribute to request also. Now I am planning the session. In this diagram, session can be used by implicit name session. So this one idea came. Now we are entering into this one, right? HTTP session. Cookie is a class. HTTP session is a interface. So our target is next object. Make it. HTTP session is an interface from jakarta.servlet.http package and which is used in session tracking process. Session tracking process. HTTP session is an interface from jakarta.servlet.http package and which is used in session tracking process. Which is used in session tracking process. Now, HTTP session also will have some important methods. The following are some important methods of HTTP session. The following are some important methods of HTTP session. Right. Let me open that. javaAdv2May jakarta.servlet.http session. So these are the methods. Among these, few methods we take it. Majorly attribute methods only we take. So 4 methods we take it. Already set attribute method is there. You can add attribute here. Get attribute. Remove attribute. Get all attribute names and invalidate. Like your set max age for cookie, here invalidate method is there. 4 methods. Right. Right. Look here. So whenever we want to create object for HTTP session, HTTP session is an interface. Whenever you want to create implementation for HTTP session, definitely one method will be there. The method is available in the request. Can you see one method here? Get session, two methods. One without parameter, one with Boolean as parameter. Return type of this method is a get session. Right. We use we use get session method from HTTP servlet request. We use get session method from HTTP servlet request to create implementation object for HTTP session interface. We use get session method from HTTP servlet request to create implementation object for HTTP session interface. We take the support of this method and create object for HTTP session. So method signatures, who are there? Method signatures. Two methods are there anyway. Right. Write these two methods. One with parameter Boolean, one without parameter. Right. I'm going to use these methods in the program. You'll get a clarity. This is session. I'm going to use this session object by adding the attributes. I'll add the information in the form of attribute. I'm going to add it. Now comes URL rewrite, because I'm writing all three techniques combinedly. URL rewriting. The process of adding parameter values to servlet URL pattern. The process of adding parameter values to servlet URL pattern is known as URL rewriting process. URL rewriting process. The process of adding parameter values to servlet URL pattern is known as URL rewriting process. The syntax. This is very small technique. Some servlet URL pattern will be there. Servlet URL pattern. Some servlet URL pattern. URL pattern means DAS, choice, whatever, that is called URL pattern. Followed by one question mark will be there. Means I must add the parameter to this URL pattern. Whenever you want to add, you are using one question mark here to add it. Followed by parameter name and value. And I'm using one symbol known as and. Like this, you can add any number of parameters you can add. Suppose this is one parameter one, name and value. Parameter two, name and value. And parameter three, name and value. Like this, you can add any number of parameter names and values. That's called URL rewrite. Here, symbol question mark means separator between URL pattern and parameters. Question mark is a separator. Do you remember dollar symbol? In Java, dollar symbol represents what? What? In Java, dollar symbol represents what? Anyone? Inner class or inner interface? Yes or no? Na? Louder. Without that, I came to advanced Java, sir. Dollar symbol in Java represents inner class or inner interface. Remember this question mark like this. Separator between servlet URL pattern and parameters. Here and symbol. C language and symbol means address. Yes or no? Na? If you don't know C language, happy only. Anyway. Who knows C language and symbol is there for you. And means their address. Here and symbol means separator between parameters. Parameters to parameters, it is acting as a separator. Parameter one value and parameter two value, it is separating them. That's the meaning of it. Now, this technique without your knowledge popular only. Your Google search engine will use this technique only. Daily will use search engine, no? See there. You can see. Suppose I am opening web browser here. Google Chrome. Sorry, I want to search something here. Anyway, I'll go with Gmail. Right? I'll click here. If I click here in your search, Google or type a URL is there? No, right. This will be copied there or not now, generally. If I click it, it will be copied there. Copied came or not now? Here one question mark came, no, sir. Here one and came, no, sir. Here one and came, no, sir. Nobody will observe it, but it's a Java flavor only. You can copy that and check it. HTTPS www.google.com/ can you see search? Search is a URL pattern. This is a domain name. So in advanced Java, domain names not there. You are doing a server port. When you cross your microservices, go for real-time project. If any management conducts any real-time project, attend it. They will show how to convert your project into domain names. This is domain name. In my class, domain name not. Anyway, I'm trying to conclude because Spring already started. No, I'm trying to send there. Because advanced Java, you must learn and go forward. That's all. We must not sit here and practice. Some things you have to walk very fastly. Because next flavors you have to pick it. Now see. Sir, this is URL pattern only daily. And Q is one variable. Can you see? One variable. And is there no? RLG is one variable. OQ is one variable. GS is one variable. Roughly to educate you, I'm writing. Here any and is there here? Here one and is there. Source ID Chrome. I like this. These are all variables or not now? The same thing I'm showing. Demo purpose I'll show. But URL technique without your knowledge, it is a popular only. So URL rewrite. Your URL search is a URL pattern. Based on the search, one program will be running in the server. Whenever that URL pattern based one server running, these all informations I'll give to you. Based on this, the algorithm will be running. This algorithm is a trice algorithm. Introduced into university by 2004. If any computer science department student is there, you know. Sir, I also don't know, sir. Some computer science department student should know, but you also don't know. I know. Because the algorithm, if you see, it will be in the last. But university students will read first units only, no. Generally, how you'll write your university examinations? I don't know today's pattern. But in my pattern, 8 questions will come. 8 units will be there. One question from one unit. What is student phobia? First 5 units he will read. Last 3 units he will drop. In that first 5 units also, he'll write 3.5 questions because he want only 65%. Means what at last? He knows 3.5 questions. Among 8 questions, he knows 3 and how much? No, 3.5. 4.5 questions you don't know. Already your percentage is 70% only. In that 30% subject not there with you. Sir, my percent is not 70, sir. My percent is 65. Means already 35% subject not there. In that 35, in that 65% also, you written only 3.5 questions and came to this market. Remaining 4.5 questions you are missing. Because of this reason, you never understand anything here. You observe it. Many things I will not understand, sir. Because I will not read. I not read and came, no, sir. There one algorithm is there, known as TRICE. Introduced into university by 2004. It grown and came today. It's the biggest search engine today. Among that one technique from your Java, URL rewrite. That technique belongs to servlet programming. How many enhancements comes also, you must come and sit in my room to learn few techniques like this. Base coding. At least cookie you understood, no? Roughly. One cookie is there, sir. I'm creating one object, sir. That is traveling, sir. It is coming back. Some flavor came. You are writing or not writing a secondary. But one flavor you understood. The same way I'm introducing URL rewrite process Popular technique available in your search engine. Anyway, make it. Next one. Hidden form fields. One more. Hidden form fields. Hidden form fields. Hidden form fields. In your HTML form, you are writing one form tag, no? Daily you are writing one form tag. Input type is equal to text. Input type is equal to password. Input type is equal to many options will be there. Among that, one option is hidden. One option is there, hidden. You can write input type is equal to hidden also you can write. That is known as a hidden form field. What is the specialty of that hidden form field means? If I keep the data in that hidden form field, the data not displayed to user. User cannot see that data. It is not displayed to web browser, but in the background, one variable will be there. The variable will be holding the data. Means through hidden form fields, we can exchange some data from one servlet to another servlet. You can send it, make it. The process of declaring the process of declaring input type is equal to hidden. The process of declaring input type is equal to hidden in form tag. The process of declaring input type hidden in form tag is known as hidden form field. Hidden form field. The process of declaring input type is equal to hidden in form tag is known as hidden form field. The data in hidden form field, the data in hidden form field is not displayed to user on web browser. The data in hidden form field is not displayed to user on web browser. Not displayed to user on web browser. The data will not be displayed. So like this, roughly. Already you practiced, I think, anyway. Ah, here one HTML option will be there, no? Here one form tag. In this form tag, some name is equal to, here one text. Input type is to equal text. Text is equal to some Raj, I will give it. This is PR. Some age, I'll take it. Can you see hidden field here? Input type hidden. Some name is equal to age. Name is equal to name only. Here I must keep a value. So value is equal to, I'll keep it as Raj. Here I'll keep the value is equal to some 40, I'll keep here. Some BR. Here I'll take it as course applied for. So it is also text only. Name is equal to course. Value is equal to some core Java, I'll take, and BR. Input type is equal to submit, no? Here, submit button. Value is equal to display. This only you will type, no? Run it and check it. Age hidden or not now? Understood that? So here age is hidden. Raj came, core Java came. So if you want, you can change them roughly to Hibernate. So display will not work because it's not server code, no? Right. What you observed here now, sir, anything if I write in the hidden form field, not displayed to the end user, not displayed to the end user. That only here. The data in hidden form field is not displayed to user on web browser. Okay, right. Now, syntax, you know already. Just now I written a form tag here. Don't write all, not needed. This is all you cannot write now. See there. Only one field you write. Dot, dot, dot. Right. So in our next program, we are going to use this technique we are going to use, and this technique we are going to use in the next application we are going to use. So based on this HTTP session, I'll type the program, right? Which program means this one only. Employee details is there, no? This I'll write in the session track form I will type so that which can save the time to me because some codes are there. I can reuse that code. I'll convert that application into HTTP session track. I'll convert it. Can I do this by tomorrow to you? Can I leave the class bit early? Right. Tomorrow on demand, I'll change your room to above. On demand, I'll change it. The reason I want to run the class up to 11:30. Today also I can start, but hurry burry will be there because 11 o'clock new batch came here. So they are not giving the room up to 11:30. Tomorrow, if possible, I'll change your room to above floor for 2 days, Friday, Saturday, so that I can type the complete program by tomorrow, day after tomorrow, up to 11:30, I'll take a class. After 11:30, I'll take a class for 2 days. All of it clear, right? Tomorrow, run this total program and come, cookie session track, complete it and come. And assignment, anybody completed good, not completed, complete that assignment and come. Tomorrow, I'll start typing your HTTP session tracking using employee management system. That employee details, I'm going to conclude it. With more number of logics, I'm going to add to it and come. So tomorrow, the class runs up to 11:30. Whatever the start time may be, I'll run the class up to 11:30. Got it right? So take a break bit early today. Thank you very much for today.
Yesterday when I use looking at, I'm getting some error like this. Office that? No sir, in my tomorrow. Fourth floor by the end is that రేపు పని చేస్తాను సండే క్లాస్ తర్వాత మళ్ళీ సాటర్డే సండే తర్వాత ఇది స్ప్రింగ్ పంపిద్దాం ప్లాన్ ఇంకా 3-4 క్లాసెస్ సాటర్డే సండే ప్రాజెక్ట్ క్లాస్ సండే క్లాస్ సండే క్లాస్ పెండింగ్ నెక్స్ట్ సాటర్డే మండే అంటే క్లాసెస్ ఇస్తా అన్నారు వాళ్ళు అంటే మండే అలా నెక్స్ట్ సాటర్డే సండే ఎందుకంటే ఫస్ట్ బ్యాచ్ అది ఒక ఐడియా వచ్చేసింది ఆన్లైన్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది సార్ దానికి అటెండ్ అయిపోమంటారా సార్ మండే నుంచి అంటే మేము ఆఫ్లైన్ క్లాస్ అడిగితే మళ్ళీ ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ అవుతుందంటే ఈ మంత్ ఎండింగ్ అన్నారు సార్ సిక్స్త్ నుంచి కోర్ జావా సిక్స్త్ అయిపోతుంది సార్ మన కోర్స్ ఇది అడ్వాన్స్ జావా సండే వరకు ఉంటుంది తర్వాత సాటర్డే సండే ఉంటుంది క్లాస్ స్ప్రింగ్ పంపిద్దామని ఆన్లైన్ తీసుకోమంటారు సార్ అయితే తీసుకోండి ఫిట్